was just waiting, seeing if anybody else is going to come. But the idea was there's originally it was going to be a treasure hunt where I set you going on a treasure hunt through Google Maps and ended up all in one place for a cup of tea and cake or whatever you've got to bring with you. But it's going to be much more informal than that. So there are 3 stages to it, and each stage is just a Google form. You have to search Google Maps and search Google Street View to find the answers to the questions. But because there are only 6 or 7 of us, I suggest you just talk amongst yourselves to find the answers as you go along, and tell each other where to find the answers on the search or on Street View. Does that sort of make sense to you? So you do need to be able to open Google Maps and then make it go into Street View. So it'd be best to do it in another tab on the same browser.
Can we do it on our phone, or
you can do it on your phone if you like? If you do it on a different device, that's absolutely fine.
But the link will be in the chat, though, I presume.
The link to the Google form will be in the chat. I'm going to send that in a minute.
Right. Okay.
So as we go along, I'm going to drop in bits of what I think. I know Adrian isn't massively keen on Manchester history, but I think are quite interesting about Manchester, and the little known facts that they're not major facts about Manchester, but it just gives you a little bit extra knowledge of Manchester. Is that Anthony?
It is.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Good. Happy birthday for a couple of weeks ago.
Thank you.
I gather you've hit, well, you've not hit pensionable age yet, have you? Got a year to go yet, but
well, just less than a year, yeah.
Yeah. And are you going to help Maria do these Google Map questions as they come up?
Oh, he can do if you want.
Yes, he's got nothing else to do. He's just sitting in the living room playing on his food.
Right, so we're going to start by going to Little Italy, which is an area of Manchester in the top right-hand, that map's back to front for me, but in the top right-hand corner of the map behind me, in the area called Ancoats. Oh, here's Torben.
Hi, Torben.
Hi, Torben.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Peter and all.
Hello, it's good to see you. Actually, then I think rather than just go straight through to what I was suggesting, we'll just not everybody knows everybody now, so we'll just introduce ourselves. So I'm Peter. I'm a local guide level 7 from near Manchester in the UK. I'm going around. Iain, just say who you are and how you know us.
Iain Goodall from Edinburgh, or down the coast from Edinburgh. I know this lot for many years, and I wish the hell I didn't.
I know, all lockdown, and there we go. And then Alan and Zoe.
Alan is here, and Zoe is on the other side of the allotment, doing the work that I should be doing. I'm a local guide 7 miles outside of Manchester in Stockport. And I regret knowing Iain as much as he regrets.
Adrian, I'm just going around my screen. I know most people know Adrian.
Hi, I'm Adrian, level 8 local guide from Malaysia, currently in Manchester, but going back to Malaysia at some point soon. For those who do not know the Manchester local guides, we are a very miserable bunch, and we moan and complain about everything. So I think that's
mostly about
right.
each other. Mostly about each other and the weather.
Yes, we are very sarcastic with each other. So don't mind us. We are actually very nice in person.
I think Alan's just. Oh no, he hasn't. Alan's there. His car's just left. Silvy, do you want to say hello?
Yes, I am Silvy from Buenos Aires, Argentina, local guide level 9. I would like to visit England sometimes when everything goes better. I would like to know more about Manchester.
Well, that's great. I have to say that the area of Manchester that we're going to go into today isn't the most beautiful part of Manchester. It's a bit of a historic.
Ancoats is wonderful.
Ancoats in the Northern Quarter are lovely, but they're not beautiful. Nobody could ever say they're beautiful.
They're beautiful in their own way.
They're beautiful in their own way, right? You see, you've got Manchester defenders here. Going around my screen, Maria and Anthony, in the middle bottom of my screen. Has somebody just left? No. Just say a little bit about who you are, Maria, and nice to meet people, how we know you.
I'm Maria. I'm originally from Liverpool, as you can probably tell by my accent. This is my husband, Anthony.
Yes. Hi.
I can't remember what level I am, 7, I think. And we live in Bury.
Which is about, what, 7 or 8 miles north of Manchester?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So you know Manchester quite well, I should imagine.
Well, he's the geography guy. So
I'm going to try and throw in little facts about Manchester that are not as well known as even sort of general facts. So perhaps even Anthony, I might try and teach you something, but I've had to learn them as well. So, but you might know all these things and it might be totally boring. So we'll see how it goes. And Torben, bottom right hand side of my screen, just say hello.
Hello all, I am Torben from Germany. I'm level 10.
Wow.
And I have been in Manchester in 2019 in the end, right before New Year. And I'm very interested to hear something about Manchester.
Good. Well, that's great. So yeah, as I was saying, I've done 3 rounds. There's about 5 questions in each round. They're all on Google worksheet, Google Forms. The answers to them are all found by exploring using Google Street View or Google Maps. And at the end of each thing, you just submit your answer and then you'll be back here anyway. I suggest, because there's only 6 or 7 of us, we all just help each other to get the answers as we go along, especially seeing how Torben and Silvy don't speak English as their first language. So just you speak Scottish, Scots as your first language, so you're very poor, even worse than Torben and Silvy.
English is my 3rd language. I've got swearing before I've got that.
So we're going off to Little Italy. I'm going to find my chat. So you need to open your chat and there is the link to the first worksheet. I say worksheet because I'm a teacher, basically. It's just a quiz. It's just a treasure hunt for fun. There's, oh, Alan's disappeared now. And in Little Italy was called Little Italy because when the Industrial Revolution started in the middle of the 1800s, thousands and thousands of people from Italy moved into that area, and all the streets are called things like Cotton Street and Silk Street and Fabric Street and Loom Street and Cotton Cutting Place and Cutting Room Square, and they're all named after parts of the cotton industry in the Ancoats area. And some of the questions are based on that. So if you'd like to open that Google form, if you haven't already, it should be self-explanatory as you go through.
Where's the form? No, and I'm not that techie like. I just about got through to the group.
Right, if you click the link, Maria, that's in the chat,
right,
it should open the form. Or copy and paste the link, copy and paste the link into another tab on your desktop.
No, it just says I've got to put Google Meet secure video on my phone, it says.
On your phone?
Yeah. When I clicked on the link, it said that.
Are you on your phone now, or are you in a laptop or desktop?
I'm on me laptop.
You're on your laptop, yeah?
I'm on my laptop, but I don't know where to find the link without going out to the chat.
Right. Can you open another tab on your browser?
Yeah.
Right. Well, just open another tab and have it ready.
Yeah.
And then at the top of, if you hover your cursor in the top right hand side of the screen, there should be a little group of people that says 7. You got that?
Nope.
You have the clock. It says 4:24.
There's a clock that says 4:24.
Yeah.
Right next to the clock, there's like a speech bubble with some lines in it.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Are you on the Google Meet page at the moment?
I'm on the room now.
Yeah.
Not like where you're all on the screen.
Yeah. In the top.
Oh, I see. I found it. See?
Right, so
Not
if you click,
techy at all, me.
if you click that little speech bubble with lines in it,
Yeah.
Ah,
it
right.
says chat with everyone.
Right.
Hi, FazZ and Irena. And then at the bottom, or in it, there's a link.
Got it.
Now,
Cool.
cut and paste that link and put it in the other tab on your browser.
Oh, Christ.
Well, it's Sunday. You're allowed to use
I was
that.
just happy I found it. You know what I mean?
You can just click on the link and it will open up a new tab for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's opened a new tab. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
you-
and
that's the form, and then you just need to read that, and it will give you
Yeah.
all the instructions in there.
so just read it. Well, welcome, FazZ and Irena. You've got
Hi
here in the end.
guys.
Yeah, I won't go into the details, but and the swearing to go with it.
It's okay. We're here. We're here.
You're here, you're here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hiya.
Where are you guys? Maria. Oh, a few new people. Torben.
Hello.
Do you know each other,
Yeah.
Torben? And
Iain,
Yeah.
good to see you. It's fun.
of course you do. Yeah.
I'm the new person.
And do you know Silvy?
No, that's what I was
No,
going
we
to say.
don't.
Sylvy's
you
from
from
Argentina.
Argentina?
Wow,
Oh,
nice.
from Argentina, but live in Manchester.
No, no,
Okay.
in Buenos Aires.
Right.
Oh, nice.
What time is it in Buenos Aires now?
1:30 p.m.
Right. Wow. And it's 1 p.m. So it's beginning of the Sunday, right? Not the end of it. Yeah, beginning. Cool. You've got the whole Sunday ahead of you. That's nice.
So the idea is we're having a bit of a tour around Google Maps and Google Street View in the northern quarter of Manchester, and I've put up a link which is in chat, FazZ and Irena, so you need to
I've
open
just
that.
opened it and it doesn't have any links.
Oh, they
Doesn't have
haven't
any-
seen it, so you have to post it again.
Yeah, because you don't have history in Google Chat.
Oh, right, okay.
It's, you know, it's 1950s in this.
I'll do that. It's there now.
Thanks. Got it.
Adrian, you've changed since yesterday.
I have.
Yes.
Well,
I don't know.
yesterday I'm a day older now, so none the wiser, but a day older.
You look good and you look more awake now than yesterday.
That's not difficult.
He consumed
I'm not a morning person.
you
My face
consumed
was
the
really
youth of an
puffy.
animal.
My
That's what it
eyes
is.
was like this. I'm like,
You did look a bit rough yesterday.
As you could say, he clammed up yesterday.
Or he was clammed up.
Oh no.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
You in
How's
your
it
allotment?
going?
All good, all good.
Are you in the garden?
We're on the allotment. You missed
Yeah, I
the
thought
tour.
so.
Alan did a tour of the allotment.
Oh.
It was excellent.
Sorry.
It was all apples and cider.
Yeah, it was all beer and a cider.
Yeah, there is a
Nice.
bit of a beer theme.
Manchester beer theme, really?
Alan, beer theme.
So, and instead of all doing the Google form and the treasure hunt on your own, just help each other with the clues as you go through it.
yeah. So the first answer, it should be Anita Street. So you're taking cemetery and you're removing S, R, and Y from it. So you're left with Anita Street. And I believe you need to fill in the form with Anita Street to go on to the next question.
Yes.
Right.
So anybody not got the form sorted?
Got it on screen, but
yeah. Sorry, Adrian. What street was it you said?
Anita.
Anita.
A-N-I-T-A.
So that's like the word sanitary with Anita taken off it.
Yeah.
But 2 words, right? Anita Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it should take you on to the next question. And then you have to hunt around and coats on Google Maps.
Or prevent traffic from moving up and down Anita Street.
Can you see?
On the board.
Yeah.
Normal watch it.
Explore the streets of Little Italy around Anita Street. How many bollards prevent traffic from moving up and down Anita Street?
Bollards.
Is that the nickname for police over there?
Remember, a street has 2 ends.
That's a good answer. Good clue.
So do humans, right? Yeah, probably best.
Denise was going to come, Silvy. She was asked for the link. So I don't know where Denise has got to.
So what's the question? How many
bollards?
What's a bollard?
Dead policeman.
Bollard. It's like a post that stops traffic. That stops.
You remember those things, that metal boxes that people travel in, that destroy the planet? That they go along the street and they prevent them from killing people and pedestrians. And
it's a kind of an in-joke, but it's what Welshmen call Frenchmen last night.
I don't know. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4, 5. I don't know. Is it on each?
No, but go to there's layers there. And
You don't need to be on Street View.
you don't.
Right.
Are you on
Yes,
Street View, Alan?
Yeah.
You've got full computerage in your in your allotment, have you?
I've stolen Zoe's phone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm very impressed with that.
Doesn't come up with anything.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what road is this? This is
That's Cornell Street.
So we need to go on the opposite side.
How are you doing, Maria?
Slowly, but I'm working on it.
Excellent. Sylvie, you right? You worked out?
Oh, sorry. I was
Your
going to
voice
ask
is
the question,
not
like, how do
allowed
I
to
get
go
to
on
Street View?
All right. I can see from one side, but I can't go into the other side through Street View because I guess it's a footpath.
You have to go around the next
Same.
street and up to the other end.
Should have done this in VR. And literally run round.
But go to the other street then. That's what you're trying to do. Around.
Adrian, have you got the list of that?
I do, but how do you move the peg to a new location?
It
I
won't
guess
do it. You have to literally run it. I'm running round.
There.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, you have
Oh.
to. You literally have to move the thing
Oh
around.
no,
the
wait.
room.
You can click. You can click to the point that you want to go to, and you'll go there.
It kind of didn't work for us for some reason.
There should be 14, so 7 on
Yeah.
each end.
Yeah, I've done that. All right.
Yep, it's 14. 14's the answer.
Doesn't mean Adrian is winning the quiz because he's giving everyone the answers.
No, we are just we're doing
You're
this all
working as
together.
a team all together.
What was the main color of the Google car that took the Street View images?
The main color.
Wow. Okay.
Struggling on this one. I'm trying to find a big window, but it went past.
Oh, like a reflection.
14
Yeah.
in.
Question?
Put the numbers in.
Wow. How on
Yeah,
earth
no
you find a
problem.
reflection on this one?
Come on, the Google card that took Street View. How would we find that?
Be a reflection in something.
Yeah, look for a reflection in a window or something.
A window.
Window. We have windows up here. We haven't got windows. No windows, do we?
No
Brilliant. We
windows.
have a window.
I got a window.
Window.
Oh, so it could be. Oh, it could be any of the streets around Anita Street to find the reflection.
Yeah, or a car, maybe. If you see it.
Oh,
Yeah, or the window of a car. Yes.
Go
The
to
window.
what street is this called? Sherrod Street.
Yeah, so
Sherrod
we're
Street.
looking at the moment. Yeah.
Sherrod
This is
Street has
working anyway.
a
I've never
reflection.
been down any of these
Oh,
roads.
this is so low.
Neither have I. On
This is
Sherrod
something.
Street, there's some reflection.
I can see a dog in.
You can see dogging. What?
You see somebody dogging?
I'm just giving.
End the recording. End.
I'm just giving you some work to edit on.
See the Ancoats convenience store van. That's not been helpful. Oh, there's a Nissan Micra.
Oh wow! Do you notice on Street View there's a pigeon it caught in
mid-flight?
Flying.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty impressive that. It usually does a really bad blur in it all. It's got it twice actually. That's impressive.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it at George Lee Street. And the colour is
Wrong street.
George.
Yeah, the other side.
George Lee Street. It's blue, I think.
Oh yeah, I just see it.
Let's
Yeah,
try blue.
like a
then.
Very
purpley
peaceful
blue.
on the allotment.
Blue is the correct
What
answer.
that's a Google car.
Because it's got, I think there's a logo there.
Go cross.
I can see yeah, it's got one of those psalm crosses on it.
So I think you can find it in this one. I'll put a link in the chat. You can find the color there.
The Adrian posted a link there.
Yeah.
So if you put in blue, you should be going on to the next question 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we saw it. Move this. It's on the street.
Exact address of the house. Okay, so explore the streets of Little Italy around Anita Street. What is the exact address of the house number and street name of this stone couple reading a short poem?
So I'm going to go to satellite view. That seems sensible.
Oh.
I'm going to be wrong, aren't I?
I think, Adrian, you were very near with the link you put on.
Oh, is it on George Lee Street then?
Yeah.
51. Is that the 15 or 51?
Correct.
Oh, a couple.
Which one?
Well, it's
Oh, okay, I see
15 or 51?
Well, what happens? What happens if you put the wrong answer? You probably won't be able to jump to the next one. So put one of them in, see if that works.
Oh, I see. There is.
yeah. Have you found it?
15.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
1 5.
Oh, uh-huh.
No,
So is that-
Johnny, sorry, try again.
Where are we meant to be looking for that though?
Okay. I tried 51. It didn't go in.
15's telling you to try again.
Yeah.
I think it's 51.
What is
Looks
it
like
on
51 to me.
51's not accepted.
No.
No, you need to put the street name as well.
Yeah, you need to put the street name as
George
well.
Lee Street.
Ah, I didn't know that. I don't
13
know.
Anita.
No, it's George Lee.
It's George Lee.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Is that
I understand.
submit?
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're reading.
Oh, nice.
Peter, could you read it out for us? I can't see it.
I can. It says, "The dawn of the morn for glory." I'm going to do it in a posh southern voice. The dawn of this is in a northern accent. The dawn of the morn for glory, the hush of the night for peace. In the garden at eve, says the story, God walks and his smile brings release.
So is this actually public art, or is it a really posh garden ornament?
It's a very posh garden ornament in somebody's front in somebody's front garden.
Can I just say that the word release just feels a bit wrong, but
yeah.
But yeah.
More
it's
editing.
Perhaps an older meaning of release.
George Lay.
So do you pronounce it as Josh?
The address next door on 53 is a private investigator.
I can't see that.
Yeah.
It's a private investigator.
Yeah.
What was the answer to the last one anyway?
Did you say what, Adrian?
Is it Josh Lee Street or Josh Lay Street? How do you pronounce
Lee.
Lee? Okay.
It's 51 George Lee, Leigh.
Yeah, which is
That doesn't work. I keep
And what, number 15?
No,
put
51
ST for street.
EORGE, yeah.
Okay, what is now? So you pronounce the second word, the mid-word,
No,
Lee.
it still keeps saying it won't go in.
Lee, I would say.
Yeah.
Leigh.
Make sure you put ST for street, not street.
It will take the whole. It should take the whole of the answer, STREET as well. You can try that out for me because I did variables in the conditional answers.
But you need to press submit. This does not go on to the next question. I think this ends round one.
Submit's the end of the round one.
Yes.
Don't hit refresh because it kills it all.
Submit another response.
There's no more responses after that.
Yeah, you just need to wait. You need to wait for the round 2.
Oh God, there's not another round, is there?
This is round. It'll be like out of 20 rounds or something.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
There'll be so many rounds that you want to go to sleep soon. So here's my bit of interesting information.
What's this on, Pete?
I'm just showing you can you see my background there?
Yes, we can.
That's Anita Street, and an interesting story about Anita Street before you go on to the next bit. The area on the map I showed you was all slums in the early 1800s, very bad housing, and Manchester Corporation decided they were going to build modern housing, what was then modern housing, with flush toilets and running water. So they built Anita Street, but they didn't call it Anita Street because they were proud of the hygiene. They called it Sanitary Street, and its name was Sanitary Street right until 1960, and then the residents decided that they didn't like the name Sanitary Street, so they took the S and the R and the Y off it, and that's how it's got its name, Anita. So
that's cool.
It's now Anita Street. And in those days, in 1800s, it was actually a bit of still a poor person's area to live, but it's now a very expensive part of Manchester. They're very sought after houses in the middle of the city.
Well, if they've got running toilets and flush toilets,
they've got running toilets and fresh water, Ian, unlike in the West End.
Oh, for goodness sake.
One day in London we'll have that.
Yeah. Have you got electricity yet down there?
Yeah, no, they're working on it.
Just about.
So Maria, are you at the end now? Have you got to submit? And
yeah,
right.
She submitted it already.
Yeah,
I put in 15 George Lee Street and 51, but it won't take it in.
If I were you, I'd just abandon that now because I'll go on to the next section anyway.
Can Marie see the chat at all?
She can, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
You can just copy and paste.
As soon as I get out of that tab.
Sorry, say again. Oh.
It's just that it doesn't go to another question. You see, it just when you click on
It blanks
press
out.
enter.
Yeah.
When you press
I didn't
enter, it
realise.
stays there. You have to press a submit to then finishes the whole
Close
thing.
it, finish it. Yeah.
I redid it twice because I thought it kicked us out.
Yeah,
And now
I
you
didn't
did it
realize
again.
it until I scrolled down just to kind of have a look and see what's going on.
Yeah, because it looked like it timed out or something.
Torben's gone, has he?
I believe
Yeah.
so. Yes.
Yeah, he went a long time ago.
He lost connection, maybe.
Anyway,
You
here's
have to
next.
submit again.
Well,
So
Here's the next interesting fact to take you on to round 2. 2,000 years ago, Manchester was a Roman settlement, and the Romans had fond memories of being back in Rome, and the main river in Rome was the River Tiber, still is the River Tiber. And there was a little river, very small stream running through northern Manchester, which was the boundary of the Roman settlement. And because it was little, they played around as a joke with the name Tiber, and they gave their river a nickname, which was shortened from Tiber. And it was then, the river was then culverted, that means covered up and built over with a street. And that street still has the shortened name of the River Tiber as the name of the street. So I'm going to give you the second link.
So Tiber's its original name, right?
Tiber was the name of the main river in Rome, but because the river in Manchester was much smaller, they shortened the name Tiber to something else.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it's a shortened version of the name.
So it could be the
Tiber.
tie, it could be the tib, the bit, the burr, the rib.
The T.
Then the river was built over with a street, and that street is still one of the main streets in Manchester today. So there's the document. There's the
One of my
form.
favourite streets, which indicates it does have bars on it.
It does have bars on it. And I've got lots of boring history about that street as well, Alan.
So we're going to Tip Street. If I can find it.
All right, so it's called Tip.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Tip Street, Manchester.
Have you got it, Silvy?
TIB.
That's it, TIB, short for Tiber. It was a Roman joke. Did you know that, Alan?
Is that where tidbits
No,
come
I've not
from?
heard of that one before.
I'll just have to listen to you guys, because when I try and go onto the other link, it takes me out of the group. So I've got to link in again to come back into the group. So
Maria.
basically, I'll just
Maria.
be floating around.
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah.
It's basically a browser thing. So what you, rather than clicking it, you'd have to right click and then put open in new tab or new window. Okay.
So, silly question for Peter. Is there still a river beneath that street?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The River Tib.
How big is it? Do you know?
It's not as big as the Irwell. It's
It's a street.
a stream, really.
All right. Have they put it into a channel, as in like they put it through a drain pipe or something?
So it has its own Telegram channel.
They built a tunnel over it. There's lots in London. There's lots in London and a couple in Manchester like that, hidden rivers.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, I think we discovered something called the Greenway, which is under the Jubilee. What's it called? The funding, protective funding under the Jubilee Queen's Jubilee thing that got attached to the new grounds of the Olympic Park. And when they got the funding for the Olympic Park way back when we were popular in the world, they spent a lot of money on rejuvenating this whole greenway. And greenway follows pretty much a lot of East and North London, and I think it attaches up to the South East in some way as well. But it was very unusable. It was basically all the canals, and you had footpaths and all that, so it wasn't very usable. But since they got the funding, it's been one of the best places to ever go around on London now. We use it for cycling and a lot of canoeing and all sorts. But yeah, it's another thing. But very similar.
Yeah, very similar. Well, the River Tib flows out. It goes. There's another place somewhere near where you live, Adrian, called Tib Lock, and that's where it flows into the Irwell.
Right. Okay. No, I wasn't aware of that.
Later on, if you look Tib Lock up, that's where the river flows into the Irwell. It goes under. It goes down Tib Street, under Primark, then. I'm not sure where it goes after that, and it comes out at Tib Lock.
Right. Okay.
Some of the underground rivers in Manchester you can take a tour of with
Starbucks.
Schofield, one of the tour guys. You do have to wear huge galoshes because you will be wading down a river.
I would love to do that.
That sounds good.
I've never done it yet, but one of the interesting things you'll see on that is the old cattle bridge, which is completely underground now, but it's 18th, 17th century cattle bridge, where the cattle were taken for slaughter. And so they didn't want to hear the cattle being taken to slaughter, so they built an entirely enclosed bridge.
Wow.
Which is now underground.
For you meat-eating monsters.
I had forgotten how many interesting shops there are to look at on Tib Street. This needed an age warning.
Lots of shops.
Yeah, there's quite a few interesting adults.
Well, I'll keep on telling while you're answering those. I'll keep on telling about Tib Street until early in the 20th century. Tib Street was the main shopping street in Manchester. It was where all the Victorian shoppers used to go, and
it's one of the main roads.
You know, I was wondering what Google used.
It is one of the main roads. It's not a very beautiful street, but it's a very busy road.
Those walking ones, and that's why I stay at the same pace.
And it used to have all sorts of shops on it.
What he just likes it.
Well, they've got a Starbucks, so Adrian's bound to be there.
Yeah, it's the first thing that came up. I thought, oh, this is disappointing.
So I'm slightly lost here. So we're trying to find the home of
this
the
is
world's
Google
largest
Meet.
big man. Is it?
I'm sorry, I didn't. Yeah, one of the shop windows or cafe window has the home of the world's biggest man in as an advert in the window.
That's not one of adult shops, is it?
No.
Starbucks.
No, it's not Starbucks either. And if you want a clue, if you're getting stuck, there's a lady walking a dog on a lead past the window.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot of people in the.
There are.
Okay. The world's largest man.
Lady and a dog.
There's a dog.
It must be closer to the city center.
No, it's about halfway along. It's not in the block that's nearest the city centre.
Is it still the Tib Street?
Yeah. More dogging.
Tib Street actually goes quite far all the way down.
It does.
Yeah, it's long, eh? Thomas, here's somewhere else now.
The world's largest big man.
Tib.
Again, that sounds wrong, but yeah.
Hilton.
Didn't hear what he said.
A shop that has the world's largest big man.
It's just got writing in the window of the shop that advertises that.
Right. Okay.
I'm on the wrong street, so I need to be going this way. Biggest man and the woman walking the dog.
There's a woman walking the dog next to the shop.
Okay.
I think the cat's got the most sensible answer I've heard yet. Yeah, I agree with you.
There's no one walking any dogs.
Give here. Find out if there's a person stroking a cat. I'm bound to get it from that. Exactly. I think I'll just stick on the adult DVD movie store. To hell with it.
I keep gravitating towards Beer Moth, which is one of the best off licenses.
Well, keep gravitating. There's a link to where it is. Keep gravitating towards there, Alan. In a bit, there's a question about that, although it's got shutters on it in the question. That link should take you to roughly where you're looking.
I still don't see the lady with the dog.
No, I'm with you, Adrian.
Yeah.
Perhaps she's gone then.
Yeah, these are all live views. Don't forget that.
Oh, brilliant. Good. Oh. Sop.
Home of the largest big man. I can't figure out which store would have a sign like that.
I'm hoping it's a sandwich. I take it, Adrian, you must have been to Sugar Junction.
I actually haven't been in there, but I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
Put directions from here.
Irena accidentally put directions to the shop from here. We'll be there in 5 hours on bike.
Oh, it's the okay. Shop.
We found.
No, but what's the link for? Sorry, I'm confused. Is that the answer?
How do I drop the pin here?
Actually, I'm very sorry, but they have updated since they must have done it very recently. But they've updated the street view picture.
Yeah, because they all have 2021 years on them.
Yeah.
Copyright thing.
Yeah, well, they've updated it in the last 3 weeks then.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Wow,
So I'll
that's
give
a really
you the
good
answer.
advert for Google Local Guides, though, isn't it? Really. And
True.
Yeah.
Google Maps.
But that's very annoying because I tested it out on somebody last week and it had the right thing on it then. Right. It's the answer is number 108 Tib Street, I think. It's shop SIOP SOP.
Oh, shop. Yeah.
The donut store. Yeah.
Donut bar, yes.
Is that how you pronounce it? Is it Welsh or?
Yeah, it's Welsh. SIOP is Welsh for shop.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Where
the
is
link.
the biggest man? I don't see the man.
It's gone.
No, it's got the sign's gone out of the window, Irena.
Oh, I
That's what we
see.
What's it called, Pete?
Right.
It's called
Shop.
Shop. SIOP.
Yeah. The link that Peter put in the chat, that goes to the shop.
I read it. I
I
thought
don't
this
actually
was
know
all,
what shop sells, but big man apparently.
I thought this was still
A
on.
cafe with lots of personality and great donuts.
Now I want food.
So many vegan options. I'm literally in heaven.
Wow, you have vegan options. I like that.
Coffee looks good.
Go Loco guide channel that just kills animals on live camera feed and cooks them.
I'm just checking out my other Tib Street answers while you're there.
He murdered them all
I could
yesterday.
hear I could hear the clans screaming away. Yeah.
Yeah, so could I.
Is that SHOP, Pete?
Yeah, SIOP SHOP.
Yeah.
Sorry?
SIOP SHOP.
And what's the historical background for that place?
The history for that place, right? Where's my picture there? I'll come back to my picture.
Yeah.
Can you see behind me on that screen on
Yes.
where I am sitting there?
Yeah.
That the actual building that shop is in is one of the oldest buildings in Manchester. It's built in about 1780, and it was prior to the Industrial Revolution. Before Manchester was a cotton town, it was very much a woolen town. And that building, although it's been modernised, is one of the ancient weavers' cottages. And if you look at it, upstairs, the windows at the top are long and thin. And that's because the looms for weaving the cloth out of wool were in the top of the building, and they needed light. So they put the loom lofts at the top of the building, and so the light was highest up, and the long thin windows lit the building. And then at the end of the building, you can just see the door in the sky with the post sticking out of the wall. That's where they hauled up the raw wool into the building, and where the cottage workers made the wool, and then they let it down to be taken away. So they're very old, very old cottages. The loom lofts, and Tib Street used to be a cottage weaving street before Manchester was ever a cotton town. A woolen weaving street before Manchester was ever a cotton town. So there you go, another bit of boring history.
But those same windows you can see in where we went to the Sir Ralph Abercrombie, or some of us went to the Ralph Abercrombie. There's another pub on the opposite side of the street. It has the same long windows in the top for the same reason. So there's a few buildings, but that's 2 places that serve alcohol, so that's a pub crawl basis.
That's good, we'll do that. So yeah, there are quite a few. If you look down Tib Street, there are quite a few with the loom loft windows at the top, but they're ancient.
One of the problems we've got in Manchester at the minute is keeping these buildings, because if you go further down Tib Street to is it Charles Street? No. But anyway, that whole area, Northern Quarter, is all made up of these small, relatively small buildings, which if you buy and keep long enough with not doing any maintenance, you will find that they accidentally fall down, so that you can put a skyscraper in it instead.
Yeah.
So we're still battling that in Manchester. We're still trying to keep Ancoats and Northern Quarter looking like they do at the minute.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that issue in London, basically, because I think obviously the pandemic has caused a lot of pubs to close, and it's almost had their rights been like they can't afford to go back, and people are buying them up are almost people from abroad piling in and just buying up everything and then making whatever they want, which is not relevant to what was there. Yeah. It's kind of sad. But yeah, what do you do?
Another interesting fact while you're looking for the next question. Did you know that all the streets that run east-west have a blue sign on a white background, and all the streets that run north-south approximately have a white writing on a blue background? That's just a Northern Quarter quirk.
I did not know that.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Northern Quarter, the name Northern Quarter is only I think 20 to 30 years old as well.
When in my youth, when I used to go out to Manchester, it was never known as the Northern Quarter.
No, it was invented on the spur of a moment by people who were trying to save the area, so they had to come up with a catchy name. They didn't like it. They decided quarter. It's not quite in the north. It's not really a quarter. But that's what they ended up with. And so once the posters were printed up, that's the name that stuck.
So what was it called before? Just it didn't have
Ancoats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Northern Quarter is part of Ancoats?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had to cross that busy road near the.
Yeah, that's the invention we've made, basically.
That busy road is Ancoats Street, and that just used to run through the middle of it. Now it's seen as a dividing line.
Right.
Which question are you on now?
So we should be on the next question, which is question 3
Mm-hmm.
of round 2, and it's asking you to find the porcelain parrots.
Yeah, well, if you go to Alan's favourite shop,
Beer Moth, yes. I'll put a link into the chat, and then you can find Beer Moth, which is a pub.
Yeah, it's off license.
Off license, yeah.
If you
again, when I went exploring it on a wet Wednesday about 2 weeks ago, Google Street View still had that shop shuttered up.
I think next door is a shop. When I looked on Street View, you could tell by the number of beards congregating around that shop. What it is, Hipster Central, off license.
Silvy, how are you
All
doing?
on bikes as well. Bike, you know, hipsters on probably fixed cog bike.
So interestingly, so this images on Street View was captured in November 2020, but it looks quite busy. So was the lockdown?
It must have been during the lockdown. Must have been in the 2 bits between the 2 lockdowns.
Right. Okay.
But it's only been put on in the last week.
Yeah.
The pictures on the Street View's only been uploaded in the last week.
Oops. There's more than 5 parrots. How many parrots are there? Oh wait, there's more above.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Thinking, yeah, I've already forgot the question. We're dreaming of beer.
Yeah, so the answer should be 6 parrots.
5, 6. On the other side.
Sorry.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
I love that meowing. I love that cat meowing.
This is Mushroom's meow. She's a bit more of a. She has a cigar meow. I feel sometimes.
Yeah.
And a screamy.
Focus.
She heard parrots.
So have you got the porcelain parrot sorted?
Yeah. Yes.
Right, next bit of information. Even in my memory, even up to the year 2004 or something like that, Tib Street used to be called Pet's Paradise because it used to be lined with pet shops. There were loads of them, and apparently in Victorian times, right up to the 1930s, people used to walk along Tib Street and look at all the exotic pets in windows. And the last shop closed in 2002, I think it was actually, and that was what's now Behemoth. And the artist who's put those pot parrots on the windowsills did it because it was representative of the parrots now being freed and flying as free spirits, having had the pet shops that they were formerly trapped in closed down. So
the other one left.
Sorry?
So the other one left is the sex shop opposite the Moth beer.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a new pet shop opened up at the other end of Tib Street called Urban Jungle, but that's not what I'm thinking about.
Oh,
What's this about the 6th day? What's this nonsense about?
Oh, you have to go further down the street for that one.
Oh, I didn't need to go down anywhere.
All right.
Just tell me answers, Alan. It's nearly 5 o'clock anyway. It's past 5 o'clock anyway. So
what's the answer? Tapas.
I put the link to the chat room if you want to find out where it is.
I'm not going to give the answer to Iain. He'll batter me.
No. I promise you I won't.
It's Edinburgh. No, it isn't.
Oh, funny.
God never made Edinburgh. No, never. Not a snowball's chance. He would have left half them out if he did.
Manchester.
On the 6th day, God made Manchester.
Yeah, right.
Woman chest.
I've seen it, but I can't remember.
It's quite funny that it says that with Manchester, but then you've actually called it Short Street. Oh, that's where the arcade was. Oh, shoot.
And the next question,
Yeah.
the surname of the world
Yeah,
changing
number
Mancunian.
64.
You know who that is.
I'm
I think so.
I'm
Pretty
pretty
sure.
sure it's a lady.
The most famous female from Manchester.
It's on the same building.
Apart from
Unless
Mrs.
they've
Alex.
changed-
Yeah, that's
Unless they've actually changed the street.
club thing.
Oh, so there's a
Yeah,
picture
there is.
or a clue in the street view?
It was until the other day.
Okay, let me just figure this one out. Sorry.
I'm just looking through it as well now.
Is it in one of the mosaics or what you call it?
Yes,
Oh,
it's one of the mosaics.
Yeah, I see it now.
It's one of the mosaics. It is still there. I've just checked.
Yeah, it is. I can't navigate Street View properly and just focus on the one.
No, I can't. It goes too far, too fast.
Go back to.
They have changed it a lot though. Where if you don't use it on a large screen, it becomes very fiddly now.
Yeah. Go back.
And that's what I was saying about using it in VR. It's way easier. But
yeah, because I remember Street View used to take smaller steps. Now it just jumps quite fast now.
Name of the world changing Mancunian.
so
it doesn't say. No. I thought there would be a name here, but obviously not.
No, but where's the...
And if you look at all those images, they're all to do with famous Mancunians.
Yeah.
It's interesting that Street View's actually blurred out a couple of them because it thinks they're real life people.
And that's the answer I put down in the chat as well for those who want to fill in the form.
No. Bankhurst.
We only got a statue of her last year, I think.
We did. I went to the opening of it.
Oh, did you?
Did.
And then lockdown came, I think.
It was the other round. It was before Peterloo, so it's 18. It was 2018.
Oh, right.
Just trying to find that place now.
What are you trying to do?
Find the statue. I want to see whether I can actually go there. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, maybe not.
Must be the same person. Here it is.
What did it say out there? I would rather be
That's
a rebel than what?
It was on the thing on the chat. That's gone.
I'd rather be
That
a rebel
building.
than a slave.
Yeah, that's it.
yeah. Now, that building is Affleck's Palace. It's now just called Affleck's, and it's got a history. It was built in Tib Street when Tib Street was the major shopping street in Manchester, and it was Manchester's first department store, and it was built as Affleck and Brown's. It lasted until the 1950s, I think, as a department store. And then they opened Debenhams, the big Debenhams on what's now Market Street, and Debenhams took all the trade away from it, so it shut down, and it reopened as Affleck's Palace, which is was just like an emporium of new age stuff and leather and jewelry and art and all that sort of thing. So
Lots of second-hand clothing as well. And
second-hand clothing, yeah, and sort of
second-hand video games, classic video games are in there.
Yeah, so that was Affleck and Brown's, which was Manchester's major department store until about the 1950s. And just as a side thing, my mum worked there. My mum worked on the second to the top floor in what was the photography department, and her job prior to getting married was to colour black and white pictures. She was a photographic colorist, and she worked in that building.
In fact, from that picture you just shared there, if you just down that little side street in front of it, that was where the arcade bar that some of us went to.
I was going to say, actually, I recognised it. It didn't. Everything, obviously, during the day and sober looks very different. But yeah, I recognised it still. That was brilliant. Actually, I love that. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
we'll do it again.
One day.
So that's
Still
the
got
end of
tokens
Tib
left, I
Street.
think.
Nearly finished. Anybody not got to the end of Tib Street now?
From the arcade, left or right?
We don't. If you've got to that picture of Pankhurst and then entered that, you shouldn't need to. That's the end. That's the end of that section.
Okay. Okay.
So here's the third bit.
Look, Pete, I'm going to have to go, so I'll speak to you later.
Okay. See you, Ian.
So cheers, everybody. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Ian.
Bye.
See you again.
Have
Bye.
fun.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Sunday.
Last bit. That's that I've just put in the link for the third form.
Cool.
Whose voice is that?
That's my sister-in-law, Sarah.
Oh, hello, Sarah.
I'd let her speak, but she doesn't stop once she starts. You're on camera. Oh no!
So if you look at the third form there, this is the last bit, last leg now. That guy there is wearing a lace collar that was popular in Tudor times, and it used to be called a piccadille. So that tells you where we're going next.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out where it was.
Piccadilly is the
So that's how Piccadilly in Manchester got its name, because they used to make lace collars many years ago. Before Manchester was an industrial town, Belgians who were being persecuted. Belgians who were being persecuted for religion fled to Manchester and also to London, and set up lace making areas. And the area in Manchester that was the lace making area became known as Piccadilly, and that became Piccadilly after that. And it's the same story in London. It got its name the same way.
And to clarify, it is lace material, not lace as in ricing lace.
Absolutely. Well, that is available.
Okay, so I always have a problem spelling Piccadilly. Where is it?
Two C's, one D. Two C's.
You are not the only one.
Double L?
Is it double L? It should be a double L, isn't it? Yeah.
Piccadilly, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, double C and double L.
I always forget the double L.
Double C, double L. Okay.
Double Y.
Double Y.
Belisha Beacons. I didn't even know that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Put a random number, see what happens.
Back in a second.
Send it to them, right? It'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, explore.
It's funny when I look. Just unless it's the light. It's the sun. Adrian, is it sunny where you are?
Was you just?
It is, yeah. The sun just kind of peeked through the clouds. It is cloudy though, but just for some reason it's a bit sun now.
It's cloudy.
And you're not
here.
burning either. That's kind of strange.
I know. It's lots of suntan lotion there going on. It's fine.
Yeah, I remember the sun.
I know this place because I have to go and take the tram there to get to work. And there's also a Starbucks nearby, so that's why I know where it is.
Yeah, we were there too.
Yeah, I was thinking. We
Oh yeah, yeah, you were there. Yes, you were there.
When they charge us double for everything.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to find a place, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Thanks. Yeah, it doesn't seem to let us go anywhere.
Here.
And you have to turn 360 to have the Belisha beacons to find out where they are, how many there are.
All right. I was going to say typically 4, isn't it? But
four.
It could be.
No, it's double.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I
2
do
streets.
as well.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I see what you mean.
How are we doing? Oh,
8.
8 is the answer. Yep.
8 is.
Oh, okay. Dog pits. That's a very fascinating name.
Are you reading my writing?
Yes.
So yeah, story of Piccadilly. What's now called Piccadilly Gardens, which is actually the sort of main central meeting area of Manchester, didn't used to be called Piccadilly. Piccadilly was actually the road that's now called London Road that used to run where Piccadilly Station, is. Piccadilly Gardens was called the Daub pits, and they were basically out in the countryside, and they were just huge, big pits where people dug clay out, and they used to use the clay to plaster on the walls. If you think of, we have wattle and daub walls, which is just woven wood, and they used to plaster the mud on it, and that's where they used to get the mud from up until 1786, I think. And then Lord Lever, who was an industrialist, filled them in and made big ponds and made it more beautiful, and that's when Piccadilly Gardens began to develop. But until then, they were the daub pits. People got drowned in them. Women who talked too much got ducked in them. Criminals got sentenced to be ducked in them. It wasn't very pleasant. So that was the daub.
Crikey.
I don't think there's anybody old enough to remember them, but that's why the original Piccadilly Gardens, when they got beautified in the 60s,
Yeah, I do.
Sunken gardens. They were always sunken gardens.
Yeah.
Sunken.
After the daub pits.
Aye, lad, sunken.
I remember the sunken gardens, Alan. And after the daub pits became the sunken gardens, they also built the hospital there. For a long time, the hospital and the asylum were there until they moved out down Oxford Road. And then they became the gardens.
I have to say that going through Street View in Piccadilly Gardens is really weird because
They've detailed it though.
I'm seeing like 2018 imagery, and then suddenly I'm on 2016. 2016 imagery, and then I go back to 2020 and 2019.
Yeah, I'm just hoping they haven't replaced what I.
17 as
well. Have they knocked down the wall yet?
Yes, they have.
Have they knocked down the wall on? Have they knocked down the wall on the?
In Street View? No, not yet. Because I think they only did the wall recently, or was it last year? Must be last year.
More recently.
Wall.
So it's Market Street, Mosley Street, and what was the other street called?
Lever Street, is it?
Piccadilly, Mosley Street, and Market Street. Is that the corner of Starbucks?
Yes, near where Starbucks, Tibbs Street, and Primark, all those places are.
Right. Okay.
And it's where the tram line.
I know it sounds really sad, but I tend to navigate by Starbucks. But I know where they are.
It could be worse. You could say Primark. Although no,
I
same
did.
thing, really.
I did. So don't call it worse.
It's the same thing.
So where is Mosley Street? I need to get out from Street View, I think. Mosley Street. Oh, that's Mosley Street. Sorry.
Mosley Street is the one with Santander on it.
Burger King, yeah. I never realized that's what it's called.
And the telephone boxes they were there in real life on whatever day it was. I went to Manchester last week, and the answers are still there online.
Okay, yeah, I see the post box.
Telephone boxes are there. The silver backs of the telephone box.
Wait, telephone box.
I think.
Is it the traditional telephone box?
It's a silver one. It's a traditional shape with a silver back.
The hell's a telephone box?
Oh, I see it now. Sorry. It's near the bus stop. Hey, no, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry. Oh, I've gone too far.
It's easy to. It's not. You're right. Street View isn't user friendly, is it really?
No.
Not
As I
really.
said, it's been more designed for if you're using some sort of VR, and it actually works really well now. And I've been doing that for a few years, but when I go back to then, as you're using now, the web version, it's really weird.
Yeah.
So in VR, do you jump as much as is happening on?
No, there's no jumping. You can literally walk. You can either what do they call it? The VR waddle on the spot.
Glide.
Yeah, or glide if you've got if
Right.
you don't have motion sickness. But also if you have a gamepad attached to your PC, it will work in Google Maps in VR or on Maps in the web view. So it will basically allow you to navigate in a controller base. They have a plug. They have a plugin as well, like Google Experiments, which is a really good website. They have
Adrian.
attachments that you can add to Google Maps to actually have a bit of fun with it as well.
Right. Okay.
I don't think you're on the right phone boxes there, Adrian.
Oh, that's the wrong one, is it?
The wrong phone box. I don't know how you do a picture of them. Head
Middle
back towards
street.
Starbucks.
Market
Yeah.
Street, Mosley Street, and Piccadilly itself.
I'm in the wrong area. I'm in the grassy bit. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
Do you know where McDonald's is? If you find McDonald's, it's sort of facing McDonald's.
Oh, okay. I know that one. Okay.
On the back of telephone boxes.
It's facing McDonald's.
I can't get there.
That's
I like that challenge that you can't get there.
It's like it won't let me click and jump across the.
No, because I think the Street View car must have done 2 separate journeys.
Yeah.
So you have to go back to the map and then click onto a different.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it out. Drop little Pac-Man to the right place. Okay, I see it now. I didn't know there's an art there. Okay, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for those trying to find it.
I knew you'd do that.
Thanks. I can't find anything but Burger King and Primark on that link.
Yeah. Well, the link's in the chat now, so you'll be able to find it.
Yeah, I got it.
And it's got the against Emmeline Pankhurst.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to. What? I read
Si Bella Italia.
Wait, what's the question again? I forgot.
Yeah. What 2 words have been added?
What 2 words have been added?
From 99p.
I think that might have been plastered on after.
I don't see the 2 words. I don't get it.
Well,
I've
lost your picture. Your link, hang on.
Is the link is the right one, right? The last one, Peter. That I posted.
With the old school BT telephone boxes and a massive blurry dogging spot next to it.
Yeah, the blurry dogging one, yeah. Well, if you zoom in, it says there are 2 words at the top before it says I'd rather be a rebel than a slave.
Oh, okay.
Since 1858.
It's not since, it's nearly that.
Sign mission.
Sine missione.
Yeah, of course.
Sine missione.
I thought that was part of the original artwork itself.
It is.
It probably is just to signify its period rather than just being the speech, because obviously there's a lot of Luddites that are walking around with their iPhones, no idea what's what.
So if you the link I've just put in chat there.
Yeah.
The person that does the art, Sine missione, is a mysterious artist who operates all across the Northwest. It's a bit like Banksy. Nobody actually knows who he is or she.
And today you're going to reveal yourself.
And today I'm going down.
And she is
a FazZ. I'm going to reveal.
Nice.
So there's also he does or she does Sine missione artwork all across across the northwest.
But you know it's a she. That's what I meant.
Could be a she.
And for those trying to find Queen Victoria, she is over here. It's actually one of the nicest statues that we have. Oops. Didn't meant to go out there.
Do you still feel an allegiance to Manchester, Adrian? Can you say that we have? You still feel that?
I always use that in however I describe anything.
Right.
I don't know, maybe just easier. But I'll post the link to Queen Victoria's statue, and you should be able to see where the hotel is opposite.
Are you right, Silvy? Coping with all this?
Couldn't get to it. Oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
It's a different way to explore Manchester and to find out everything that's happening here. Okay, so the question, Josh. We are at the end of the...
My God, she's a miserable girl.
Okay, I am on 2% battery now, and we'll be leaving this.
Right. Oh.
Thanks so much, Peter. That was really well organised. That's been brilliant. And
You're welcome.
I have learned a lot, which would not happen if I was to run the same sort of thing for Deliveroo for you. That wouldn't happen.
Less alcohol, Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
When you go on your guided tours, Alan, when you go on your real guided tours, I can't remember what you call them now, that guy that does underground river walks. I'd love to come on those.
Yeah, I really want to organise that underground river one, definitely.
Travel
So I'll
Lodge.
let you know when that's all back and working.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, Alan.
Yeah.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, Zoe. Hi, see you, Zoe.
Bye. Happy gaming.
Travel Lodge.
Travelodge.
Yeah, Travelodge is the answer, but I'm not sure about the Marahaba News.
It's the next block to it's the next block towards Victoria, towards Piccadilly Station.
Oh.
The next block south.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's the last question, really.
Next block. Okay. Oh, I see it now. Oh, right. Okay. Again, the link will be in the chat for those trying to find it. I think you spelled it wrong.
I spelled it wrong, have I?
Yeah, it's Marhaba News Agent, not Marahaba.
Oh, is it? Right, well, I might have spelt it wrong then. There it is.
And the answer should be Leica Mobile, I presume.
Oh, I see.
Marhaba.
A piece of information.
What's that in? Oh, right. I would not have got here.
That building there with Marhaba News Agents is one of the oldest buildings in Manchester as well. It was built when Piccadilly Gardens was first formed in 1786, whatever I said. And they were fine Georgian houses, and the whole square was surrounded by houses like that, which were then, in their time, very, very well-to-do houses. And now it's one of the smallest, and it's been left behind by being surrounded by Wetherspoons and other things. So that building is one of the oldest listed buildings in Manchester.
Doesn't look it.
It doesn't, does it? It was a very well-to-do house in its time, but it's now run down and
yeah, it's just more run down than
anything else, and not very attractive, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. Is it this building that you're talking about? I'm putting it in the chat. I'm trying to get the right view of it.
Have I not put a view to share on screen? Share screen. Can you not see my screen?
Not yet.
Oh yes.
No.
No, wait, no, you're not sharing any screen.
Am I not sharing a screen? That's gone wrong then.
You've got your backdrop of the
I have.
shop.
Yep, now we can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that small, that just that building.
That small white building used to
Right.
be one of the biggest, poshest buildings in Manchester when Manchester was not but a small town.
Wow. Okay.
And they is still a Georgian building built in about 1806. And it was surrounding what was newly made as Piccadilly Gardens.
Right.
And that
I don't-
really is it.
Um,
So there we go.
the answer for that though, I don't quite get it.
Marhaba.
No, it's
Leica
Leica
Mobile.
Mobile.
Like a mobile.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was looking for a branding. I didn't realize you meant the service. Like,
And pretty much that should take you to the end, which was going to be time for tea and coffee, but that's the end really.
yeah, I'll have a sugar, please, love.
Well done. Thank
Now,
you
how
very
do
much,
you make
Peter.
your tea?
So it hasn't been the most beautiful bit of Manchester, Silvy. You have to come and see it in real life. We'll take you to some nicer places
Before COVID-21 hits us.
before COVID-21, and then we'll come to Argentina because we must see Buenos Aires.
Yeah, that sounds much more appealing.
I would, yeah, sure. Have a joint outing to Buenos Aires next.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Silvy,
Cocaine and coffee.
a quick question.
Yeah.
Where in the UK would you like to visit? Is there a specific place, or like do you want to go to London? Do you want to go to Manchester? Do you want to go to Liverpool? Is there a specific area?
Heathrow.
We all want to go.
Last year, my nephew and my brother-in-law went there. After being there, they went to Portugal, and we were there. I don't know the word. Varados, like the lockdown. Sorry, I don't find the word. They talk a lot about England.
Okay.
I don't know. I would like to know the touristic places because I never went. So yes,
I assume
I
that
went
they
to the Buckingham Palace. Yes, I like.
I assume that they went to London.
Yes. No, I don't remember. No, not Manchester. No, I don't remember.
Okay.
But I think
isn't it? Londres.
yes.
And sorry, you haven't been to London before yourself?
No, never.
Have you been to any part of Europe?
Yeah.
No.
No.
You should definitely visit Liverpool.
They went to Liverpool.
Did they?
Yes.
Nice.
And have you been to the United States? You've been to California,
Yeah.
haven't you? Yes.
Yes. I went to visit Notting Hill.
Right. Yep. It's where all the films are.
Yes. One of my favorites. Yes. The Blue Door.
The Blue Door's gone and the building's almost gone.
Oh no.
They sold the door actually on some weird thing. Yeah. The movie prop site went for a lot of money.
But Notting Hill is still there.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
The Ukrainian embassy is there.
Where
Have
in
you got your wine,
London?
FazZ and
Where in
Irena?
London are you, FazZ and Irena?
in the middle bit.
Right.
Well,
in
no,
Buckingham
that
Palace.
actually helps because I don't know the names of places
Yeah, I know.
in London, so I don't actually know how to describe
So
where.
triangulation for those in they call it New London. It's East London, but you've got City Airport, you've got the Olympic Grounds, and you've got Canary Wharf.
Right.
So
okay.
that's the triangle of new age East London, and we're right in the centre of that.
Are you north or south of the river? Is there a river?
North.
North.
Yeah, north of the river. Because south would be Greenwich side more, where the rich live who disconnect from London, but it's a very different area.
Right. Okay.
You don't class yourself as the rich then?
No, this is the poor town of pretty much
the super
London.
rich. They're the super rich. That's why.
Yes.
Now things have changed now. Yeah, things have changed for East London now, but previously it was the dump, like you were saying about what was the area?
Ancoats.
Well, where all the they were drowning people and criminals.
The dog pits. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So that was kind of what the history of East London is. That's why there's so much horrific stuff of history of it, but nothing really new. And the only horrific now is our mayor and yeah.
So is East London the same area as where they do EastEnders, as in the backdrop for that?
I guess so, but it's
isn't the backdrop where the Millennium thing is? Millennium Dome is. Yeah.
So the old dome, that's still kind of half there now. It's weird because EastEnders is not really a.
Is it a make-believe area?
Yes and no. That's what you got it there. When we first came to East London, it was only about, I don't know, what was it, 15 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever it was.
Drop him a link to.
No, but we went to basically a neighbour of ours was getting married. They heard that I was an editor. They invited us over. Everyone spoke like EastEnders in their house. It was hilarious. You know, the first thing I walk in, it was probably about 8 a.m. They were getting the bride ready and passing out beers. So it was, yeah. So yeah, the premise of EastEnders was pretty much there, and I didn't believe it until that moment. So yeah, it is.
Where are you from, FazZ? What part of London? Because you've got a London accent, but not East End.
No, I was born in North London, North Middlesex, and lived there most of my life. So
Edmonton is
the sad
area.
part. Yeah, another sad area.
Where Tottenham Hotspurs.
Tottenham Hotspurs, everyone knows.
Right. What was the name of the area?
Edmonton.
Edmonton. Right. I thought that was in
like
Canada.
Yeah, they have they've stolen their. Yeah, way nicer. Every time someone say the word Edmonton, I kind of just go with Canada.
Yeah.
it's so miserable where I left.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's been very nice to see everybody.
Thank you, Peter.
It's taken so long. You're welcome to stay on
you.
and chat if you want.
Are you gonna share the link to the forms in your recap post so that other people can join in the fun?
Yes, I'll do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Love it, Peter. Sorry for being late.
No, it's all right. At least stayed to the end, though. Not everybody did.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Right,
thank you very
so
much.
Bye bye.
Nice to
Bye
meet
bye,
you
everybody.
all. Bye.
Bye.